We will now look at some of the practical aspects of file server architecture implementation. Let us consider the campus network. We have a campus-wide network that is basically run on servers, and these servers incidentally are Unix servers, and one of them of course is called the Uranus server, and there are other servers. As an example, another name is Jupiter. We have another server called Jupiter, and of course we have servers with names such as Mars, Neptune, and so on. Now, having said this, all of our computers in the labs, for example, they run the Windows operating system, the Windows XP operating systems. Now, for each of the users that use these computers, we have the students as users. Let's call the first student as Alex. So Alex is a user. When Alex logs into this network, he is given a home directory on this Unix server. And for example, some of the applications may also be stored on this Unix server. How is it possible to have a Unix server tied to a Windows operating system? This is because of the fact that this Unix machine here acts as a file server to this network, and we use a technology known as NFS, Network File Server or Service, that would basically use the Unix machine as a file server, meaning that you have a storage. Although the information here is stored according to the Unix format, the NFS will serve these files to these Windows clients. In the process, it will convert whatever conversion that is necessary for these Windows to access this file or this portion of the storage on the server. So take for example that we have this Windows operating system on this machine. It has A drive, and of course it has a C drive, which is a local drive. It has a D drive, which is the CD-ROM. It also has an H drive. What is this H drive? This H drive is a logical drive that basically is a mapping of the storage space on the Unix computer. So Unix machines, in this case, this one here is used, this Unix machine is used in this network for two purposes. What are they? We will look at it now. First, the Unix machine is used as a Unix machine for executing Unix commands. How can we do that? Of course, this is the way to do it. Let's say whether we go in here. We will now we'll go to the command prompt, and of course we can say telnet, and with telnet we can open uranus.calstatela.edu, and of course this time we could not open it. It's not accessible. Perhaps we'll give it a try later on. We will one more time try accessing the Uranus Sun computer here. Last time I believe the access was denied because of the fact the firewall was closed. It did not allow access to the internet. So let's say uranus.calstatela.edu, and of course we give permission to access the internet, and we can see that we are now logged into the Unix computer. So the Unix computer now could be used for executing Unix commands and run Unix programs as well. The second purpose for which the Unix computer is used, the Uranus Unix server is used as a file server using the NFS file server application, and in this case we can have Windows clients accessing the Unix machine as a shared storage. So this is also an implementation of the file server architecture, and in this case what we see is that the server in fact runs a different operating system than the Windows operating system. In this case we have the Unix, whereas the clients are Windows clients. So it's possible to have Windows clients accessing a Unix server in this manner. This brings us to the end of this discussion on the implementation of a file server architecture on a server that runs a different operating system than the client operating system. In other words, the client is a Windows based operating system, whereas the server runs a Unix based operating system.